So, is Simon no longer autistic?
That's a good question. That is a question that other people have asked us, and we're going to talk about in this video.
So for those of you who are new to our channel, welcome. We have 5 kids and our 2 youngest are autistic. We have Ezra. He's 8 years old and he has level 3 autism. He is nonverbal, but he does communicate in his own different ways, which we've done a lot of videos on our channel. So make sure and check it out. Subscribe if you haven't already. We appreciate you being here. So Simon is our 4-year-old. He was diagnosed with level 1 autism. If you want to see his story, you can check out that video here. He was actually diagnosed by Dr. Spenlove, who is actually, he was on the team that helped develop the ADOS-2 test for autism. And so we've been able to actually do a lot of videos. There's actually a playlist with a lot of great knowledge from him here. If you haven't already, check that out. But we'll be referencing some of those videos today, and super excited to get into this topic today of, is Simon no longer autistic?
Yes, so we have some crazy updates, things that have happened just this week that I never thought would happen. So we're gonna update you on those. First, when Simon had his IEP meeting, and if you don't know what an IEP is or what it's about, it's mainly in the United States. We have the school district that is in charge of servicing a child and doing accommodations and then any extra support that they need. So when someone has autism, a diagnosis of autism, then they automatically can go in and get assessed by different types of professionals to see what needs they need in school. And so then the IEP is a document that is like required by law for all of the teachers and caregivers, and anyone who even talks to your child has to look at and see what accommodations they need. So this is a really big deal. IEP meetings just usually once a year. So we go in and I'm all excited to see, the assessments and to see what kind of accommodations we can have for my child. And then everyone in the room, the teacher, the speech pathologist, the physical therapist, the occupational therapist, they all said, Simon did so well on his assessments, he no longer qualifies for an IEP. So he no longer gets any accommodations at his school. And I was just like, what? I was like completely torn, like, wait a minute. I'm happy that he's doing really well. I mean, believe me, like, we're celebrating, we're excited, we're super proud of him. He's learning really fast with all the support and therapy he's gotten. But at the same time, I'm like, so what does this mean for him? What does it mean, right? And so other people might look at this situation and go, oh, he's no longer autistic. He no longer needs any accommodations at all at his school.
He's been cured.
Yeah, oh my gosh. And I'm just like, as a mom, I had mixed feelings about that. So that's the first thing that happened. And then another thing that happened was when Simon was at a doctor's appointment. It was just a well checkup every year. We go to the pediatrician. The doctor was so impressed with how well Simon's doing, with how well he's socializing, how well he's able to answer questions and do everything that he needed to during this well checkup, that he even said, kind of under his breath, he's like, I wonder if he'd even get a diagnosis of autism if he was reevaluated. And I was just so surprised to hear those words, because I'm like, I know my child. I know that Simon is autistic. And yet even a professional is looking at him going, I wonder if he is. Like, and then the third final crazy thing that happened was that the therapist came into our house and did several assessments with Simon that she has to do every 6 months, and then she turned in the assessments to our insurance that pays for Simon's therapy, and they came back and said he no longer qualifies and our insurance is not going to pay for any therapy because Simon is progressing so well that on every test he took, on every assessment, and we're talking about functional skills and academics, like all over, like a bunch of different categories, right? He was just above average. So we got some super cute video of Simon reacting to this new printer that we got, and I want you to watch it and just see if you can actually see autistic signs. Just see if you can see some.
And put it in the comments below.
Yeah, put in the comments below if you can see some in this little printer reaction video.
Or if you think he no longer has autism.
Oh, yeah.
Put that in there
share
too.
That. If you share your
or
thoughts.
just share your thoughts about what you think, what you see in Simon in this video.
Okay, I'm really excited to show you something brand new, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so you look at this right here, and we're gonna make it into a picture, and then we're gonna print it out. You ready? We're gonna hold it just like this, and then we're gonna press print.
You gonna print a
See?
picture of that one? Yeah, that'll be so cool.
Okay. Okay, now press that.
The yeah button?
Mm-hmm. And then now, press print. Good job. Now press print again.
That's print?
Mm-hmm. Yep. What? What do you think about that?
It's good.
It's good? Okay, now this is the special part, okay? Okay.
So let it dry.
Yeah, let it dry. And then I'm gonna press the AR. Now, I'm gonna put that on there. You even get the sound. See?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
You see?
Can move it and everything. So, I wish we would have had this awesome printer when we were traveling in the RV to visit all the national parks. Definitely would have been a nice, small, contained thing to print off some of our cool pictures that we took along the journey. Make sure to check out our National Parks playlist if you haven't seen that here. But yeah, grab your printer in the link in the description below.
All right. Well, as a mom, you know, raising this child, I could definitely see that he was showing signs that he's autistic in that video. But thanks for putting down in the comments what you think about that video. It was super cute. He loved that picture. He loves it. And that we just filmed that today, so it's super, super recent.
And this is a topic that we talk about a lot in our ASD Club, where we get on a call with you guys every week and we talk all things autism. We have special guests.
Special guests like famous YouTubers, doctors, pediatricians, people who are professional in their field who know a lot about autism, so you can get question answer. And also, I think the best are the autistic adults, and then those parents of autistic kids can come and ask them their point of view and get really great conversations and Q&A going. And we have learned a lot on these ASD calls.
Love to have you guys join us weekly. And again, we're constantly learning, and we want to learn from you too. And we're going to bring in some awesome people to continue to learn, and that's in our ASD Club. And we actually have a really cool sale that we're going to do.
Black Friday
sale. It's going to start.
We've never done this before.
Yeah. So we're going to do, you can join the ASD Club for $1 for a month. So just come on in, join us, check it out.
For $1.
Yep.
For that whole month. Well, let's celebrate. You know, we're really excited about it, but at the same time, some people might look from the outside and go, was he ever autistic? Or is he just no longer autistic? And we really want to do a video about this and just share this, because I think parents could get the wrong idea. If this happened to their child, maybe they got a diagnosis for their child when they're younger, and then they're able to get that early intervention and they progress. Like, amazing, like Simon. And then they go, oh, maybe he's no longer autistic, or maybe he's, you know, using the words that I hate, like cured or healed or whatever. I hate hearing that because lots of reasons.
Put in the comments below why you hate hearing that.
Yeah. Or maybe even the things that you hate hearing. Like when people come up to me and are like, don't tell your child that he's autistic and then he'll never know. I'm like, excuse me, what? Don't you think that will help bring understanding to him? For himself and for other people to help support him. Anyway.
So yeah, I think the big thing for me too is like people say stuff like, "Oh, Simon's, you know, doing so well, and you know, look at how fast and how smart he is and everything." But like you don't see the back end, right? So like we as his parents, and we initially, you'll see in our video if you watch that about his initial diagnosis, we were going back and forth, right? And we have Ezra. If it wasn't for Ezra, we would have never diagnosed or had Simon checked out like we did, because we just wouldn't have known, right? We know there were things going on, but we weren't sure. And so getting that professional diagnosis was so helpful. So we have also 3 children who are older who don't have autism, okay? And so we've seen them grow and we've seen them develop. And so we see the differences, and people don't realize that Simon, he's been in his autism preschool, which they do speech therapy and all that stuff there too. He's been in that school. He goes from 9 to 3 o'clock, and then he comes home and he's literally with his therapist one-on-one from 3 to 7 every day. And so,
I mean, that's like a full-time job, like for a 2-year-old.
That's 10 hours of school a day.
Lot. Yeah.
So he's been doing that, for 2 years now?
Yeah, 2 years. 2 years of therapy.
So we've been able to see, like, to the outside world, it looks like, oh, this monumental change so fast. But it was not fast. And it took a lot of repetition. A lot of repetition.
Yeah.
And there's still a lot of things that we can show. I mean, that Simon still struggles with, right? And there's certain things that he does really well at as well. But I don't want people to get the impression that that this was easy. And that's one thing that we've got a lot of comments actually on our channel from autistic individuals, how they hate when people are just say things, oh, you can just do it, and like they don't realize how hard it is for them to mask at certain times, to try to fit in, how much energy that takes, and how it's not something that it just comes natural to them, because it doesn't. And it's a lot of work oftentimes. And so we don't want to downplay the issue at all, because Simon will still have a lot of learning and growth ahead of him. And there may be times when he could actually regress and get back and qualify for ABA again. Like, we don't know.
And honestly, that wouldn't be surprising, because he's only 4 years old, right? I mean, you think about how much he still needs to learn. Right now, all of his progress that he's made, which is amazing progress, is compared to other 4-year-olds. So it's compared to where should he be at a 4-year-old level. It doesn't mean that he doesn't have more mountains to climb and, things in his life that he will still need support with. We're really proud of him. We're excited that he's doing so well, but we also know that we're going to be here for him. So we got another clip just a couple days ago. I just randomly was taking out my phone and I had to get this video because I saw Mark and Benson, which is our 2 older boys, 15 and 13-year-olds, were just having a fun time with Simon. And they were being so social. Simon was like climbing in between them. And we were supposed to be eating dinner, but Simon was looking at Benson's phone and they were just like having fun together. So I just got my camera out and started filming because I wanted to share this moment with you guys. And in this moment, if you were just like outside looking in, not knowing anything about Simon, honestly, would you think that he's autistic? I don't know. Tell me what you think. So let's roll the clip.
I need it.
Simon, what word is that? And
No, that's and I need the pizza, but I need the pizza to see that. Yeah, I need to. I just have one.
Simon, no, it's not. So look, what is A say? A.
I need that one.
No, A. N. D. Simon, look. Can you read this one? It's number 2.
Yeah, number 2. It's level 1. I need a pizza pomelo. Now I need this, and now I need it.
I absolutely loved that clip with those 3 brothers just laughing and hanging out.
So from that clip, it doesn't really look like Simon is autistic at that point, but there's times when you do notice it, right? And so actually a really funny one that happened the other day, I think we have it in another video here. Tell them about that one.
Okay, so because I was the one who was there, Simon was really mad at me and he said, I don't want that, and I just made him a plate of food. Worked really hard on it. He did not want it, and he yelled at me, and I said, Simon, can we say that nicely? Because that's fine if he doesn't want it, but he has to learn how to say that respectfully, right, to his mom. And so I'm trying to teach him how to be nice, and he goes, oh, okay. I don't want that, please and thank you. And the reason that he said that was because we've been teaching him for months now how to ask for something nicely, and he just took that formula, can I have, and then say what you want, please and thank you, and then he just put his I don't want that in there, and he just thought it would make sense. And I'm like looking at him like, okay, we still got some work to do, but it's progress. He's saying please and thank you, I guess. Anyway, I just thought that was so hilarious, and it was really cute. I mean, he's 4 years old, like, right? He's adorable, and he's really trying, and so I appreciate that effort that he's making. So that's great. So we have moments like that, and I'm like, oh, okay, we're working on it, and I appreciate his effort. There was one night this week when he was fairly tired, and he also really, really wanted to watch his movie, and the movie had turned off, and we found the remote, and we're going to turn it back on again, but I wanted to ask him some questions because he wanted that video so bad. He wanted the TV on, he wanted a show on. He wasn't really interested in my questions. He wasn't interested in what I was talking about. He was upset about it, and you can see in this video that he is showing several autistic traits. It's very difficult for him to socialize with me. He's not making eye contact. He's getting easily frustrated. He's getting easily distracted. And he's doing some things that, might be more of the classic traits of autism. And this just happened this week as well. And so the reason why we wanted to play all these videos is because when you're an outsider looking in, when you're not raising that child, right, you might just judge. You might just think that child's autistic, that child's not autistic. But if you aren't a clinical psychologist who is board certified and who has done an ADOS-2 test for 4 hours with a child, you can't say that. You can't go to a parent and say, yes, they're autistic, or no, this child's no longer autistic, or this child has never been autistic, or, oh, your child is cured. I hate that word. Those are all judgments. And so with this video, we wanted to show you very different points of view of our son Simon just in the same week, just in the matter of a few days. So here's that last clip. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a fun one. Simon is so cute.
And what's Daddy? What's the TV show? No.
Daddy's fixing the TV. That's so nice of him. You have a nice daddy. Come here. Do you have a nice daddy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have a nice mommy too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep dragging mommy, and then Daddy will fix it in just a minute, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, Daddy will fix it. He's fixing it right now. So why do you like school?
Because I like school.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you like playing with the toys at school?
Yeah.
Yeah? Here, can you look at me, please? That's so fun. I love that you have your friends at school. You have friends, huh? Yeah? Do you like the balloon?
Yeah.
Come here. Come here. You like the balloon?
Yeah.
Do you pop the balloon?
Yeah.
Do you get a candy at calendar?
Yeah.
What other things do you do at calendar time?
Do something singing.
Do singing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Simon is such a good sport for answering those questions that I was asking him. He did get his video, by the way. He did. As soon as I turned off the camera, I gave him his video. There you can see that he was getting tired and he was like done with masking. And we do really think it's important. We know it's important to provide a safe place in a home where a child doesn't feel pressure to have to mask their autistic traits. I feel like home is the place where they should definitely feel like they can be themselves and they can feel that they are home and don't have to mask. So we definitely believe that's super important.
So we've mentioned a lot of things in this video. Probably the next best video I would say to watch is this one here about what even is autism. Dr. Spendlove does an amazing job explaining the levels and everything about autism. So make sure and check that video out here. Here's the autism playlist here. And remember, if you have an autistic child, you're in good company.